I'm about to invite one of the most revered speakers of the journey of self-discovery to come on the stage and enlighten us on the spiritual significance and importance of Lord Sri Ram. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling none other than His Grace Ambarish Maharaj Das, who has not been a yogi or a spiritualist all his life. He's not been meditating yoga in jungles for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. No. For those of you here for the first time, this person called Ambarish Maharaj Das Prabhu, such a long name, right? Yeah. But who is he? He was a topper in the electrical engineering during his academic years. And currently, he works at the Ministry of Social Development as the technical product owner. Prior to that, he's worked in various countries like the UK, United States of America, India, with prestigious companies like Infosys, L&T, British Telecom, HP, and Telecom New Zealand, now Spark. He has been following the Bhakti Yoga process for the last over 13 years. And now he's actively preached throughout Wellington region, running several sessions of Journey of Self-Discovery and other courses. He's also one of the lead teachers of the first ever Bhakti Shastri course in Wellington that began a couple of years ago. So, not a yogi from Himalayas, a yogi very much like you and me. Please welcome with me together His Grace Ambarish Maharaj Das Prabhu to come and share his thoughts with us. Thank you.
So let's start with this small prayer for invoking auspiciousness, and then we can spend around 15 minutes talking a little bit about Ramayana and try to gather some lessons that you can take away today from the wonderful Ramayana. So let's start with this prayer. The prayer is on the screen, so if you want to repeat with me, please feel free. Om Madhya Virantasya Jnanajana Shalakaya Chakshurunvitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Kacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I'm very happy to see you all here on this very wonderful occasion of Rama Navami. So this is the day on which Lord Ram appeared. The Lord Ram appears and he performs wonderful pastimes. And when these wonderful pastimes we hear, we actually get a lot of pleasure. And that is why actually the meaning of Lord Ram, like the word Ram, just like the meaning of Lord Krishna, Krishna's name. Krishna means all attractive. Sarva akarshayati iti Krishna. That means Krishna's, this word means all attractive. Similarly, Ram, this word also has a meaning. Does anyone know what is the meaning of Ram? Oh, please.
The one who makes everybody happy.
Wow, you deserve a prize. Very good. One who gives pleasure to everyone, that is Lord Ram. So that is why when this Katha of Ramayana happens, there are hundreds of people who come. So there was one time when there was this wonderful Ramayana Katha was happening for 9 days. And there are hundreds of people who came just to hear the Katha. And there was one very enthusiastic person who used to come very on time, and then you will sit in front of the front row, and then he will just listen very nicely. So similarly, like this 9 days, he hears the Katha. At the end, on the 9th day, this person who is speaking, he says that, does anyone have any question now? So after the Katha is over, he is asking, does anyone have any question? So this person who was very enthusiastic he immediately raised his hand. I have a question. So then, he was thinking that, oh, this is the first bencher, and he has been listening the katha so nicely. So let me give him some chance. So he says, yes, please ask your question. So this person says, I have one basic doubt. This katha was very wonderful, but who's the villain in this story? Ram or Ravan? And this person who's giving a katha, he's thinking, he says to him, actually, neither of them are demons. Ram is not a demon, Ravan is also not a demon. After speaking this katha for 9 days, if I am not able to tell you who is the Lord and who is the demon, then I am the demon. But jokes aside, actually, when we are hearing these various kathas, we always feel very good. There is a lot of knowledge that we receive, lot of information that we receive, but there is no transformation that happens in our life. We come for programs, so we have been conducting various programs for festivals. Gaur Purnima we did, Janmashtami we do, Rama Navami we are doing, and there are various other festivals as well we are planning to do. But when we come and we listen to these kathas, we think, wow, this is good. But when we go from here, there is nothing, there is no change in our life. So how we were spending our life before, the day before, the same thing that we do today, and the same thing that we do the next day. So generally this katha of Ramayana or Mahabharata, these are histories. And the history has been preserved for all of us so that we can learn from it. If you are not learning from these stories, then just coming to the Saptaha or this programs, it will be just like a spiritual entertainment. So just like some people like to go for movies for entertainment, some people like to go for satsanga for entertainment. So it is coming from one ear and moving out from the other ear. So this question that why this transformation doesn't happen in our life is a common question. Now this person on the screen is a disciple of this guru, and he also had the same question. He is asking to his guru, why after spending so many years and following the process that you have given, there is no transformation in my life. So he says that don't worry, I'll explain to you. But first, go and get me a bottle of liquor. He's bewildered, bottle of liquor? My guru wants a bottle of liquor? So he says that okay, my guru is asking for it, okay, I'll go and get it. So he goes and gets his bottle of liquor. Now, guru says, now drink it. But there is one condition. You should drink, but not even a single drop should go below your throat. He's saying, how will that happen? How can I drink and not even a single drop should go below my throat? So he's saying, okay, he's saying, let me do it. So he opens the bottle, he drinks and he spits. Then he takes the second, then he drinks and spits. And that is how he finishes the entire bottle. Now once the bottle is finished, then the guru asks him, Chadgay kya? Are you feeling drunk? So he's saying, come on, how is that possible? Not even a single drop has gone below my throat into my stomach. So how is it possible that I will feel drunk? It is not possible. He said, exactly. This is the reason why there is no transformation. When the information go into our ears, that is actually giving us information. When the words reach our brain, then those same words turn into knowledge. And when the same words reach your heart, then there is realization. And this realization brings transformation. So the guru is telling to his disciple that these words that you are having, you are hearing, if they just reach your ears and they are not reaching your heart, if you are not implementing anything in your spiritual life, then there is not going to be any transformation. So the most important thing for having a transformation is that the words needs to reach your heart. And that can only happen when you hear and implement in your life. So practical implementation is required. if there is no practical implementation of whatever you hear, then there is not going to be any transformation. Now this transformation is a choice. So the first lesson that I want to pass on to you today is just hearing. Just hearing is the first step. But we need to contemplate. We need to contemplate, meditate on what we have heard and try to do little practical implementation in our life. Even small thing that changes in your life after hearing some katha from Ramayana or Mahabharata or from Bhagavad Gita or from Srimad Bhagavatam, that is what is going to actually change your life. But for that you need to make that choice. And that is my second lesson today. So I'll start with another small story. So there was one man who was traveling and he went to a village and he saw a small child and he asked him, Hare Krishna. So he asked the question that in your village, has there been any great man or great woman born? And the child started laughing like anything. He said, I'm staying here for a long time. Our child is saying, I'm staying here for a long time, but I have only seen small children being born here. No great man or no great woman being born here. This is a simple joke, but actually it gives a powerful message that every one of us are born like ordinary people. Okay? But what we do in our life that transforms a person into a great man or a woman. We have a choice. And we would see this very perfectly in the story of Ramayana. Now I'm going to ask one more question. The story of Ramayana revolves around 3 cities. I want someone to mention all 3 cities. The 3 places where the story of Ramayana goes on. Anyone? Raise your hand. Yes? One is Ayodhya. Which are the other 2? You will get only the prize if you name all 3. Lanka. Yes. What is the third one? Okay. Anyone else? There? Yeah. Mithila. No.
Panchavati.
No. Kishkindha. So there are 3 cities in which the story of Ramayana revolves. So the first city that the story of Ramayana revolves around is Ayodhya. Ayodhya is the place where people are very satisfied. They are devotees of the Lord. And it is said that it is following the process of Sanskriti. So it is Sanskriti is going on there. Then there is a place, the city of Lanka. City of Lanka, where people are very greedy, very demoniac, and then there no one is satisfied. And there we say that they are following the process of Vikriti. And in between the 2 cities, there is the city called Kishkinda. And this Kishkinda is where people are following Prakriti. So there is Sanskriti in Ayodhya, Vikriti in Lanka, and Prakriti in Kishkinda. Now what is happening is, in Lanka, we have all these demoniac people, and they are interested only in their own self. So for them, they are in the center. In Ayodhya, everyone's mind is only focused on Lord Ram. So their Lord is in the center. Whereas Kishkinda is in between. And their consciousness or their mentality is also in between. That is why the people there are having a special name. They are called Vanaras. Now Vanar, if you split that word, it is Va-nar. Now Nar means human being. But when you say Vanar, Vanar becomes a question. And it means, are you a human being? So in Kishkinda, you have Hanumanji as well. you have Sugriv as well, and you have Bali as well. If you ask this question to Hanumanji, are you a human being? Because he is in consciousness of Ayodhya, he will say, yes, of course I am. So because his consciousness and he is following Sanskriti, though he is in between. Then there is Bali, who is staying in Kishkinda. If you ask this question to him, he is towards the demoniac side. So he will say no, because he is following Vikruti. But whereas Sugriv is in between, he is a little bit confused. Sometimes he is on the Sanskriti side, sometimes he is on the Vikruti side. So, if you ask this question, why Nara? He will say, maybe, sometimes I am, sometimes I am not. So this is quite interesting, that there is a choice that we have. We can either follow Sanskriti, we can either follow Vikruti, or we can just go by our nature, which is Prakriti. But it is always best to follow the Sanskriti. So the second lesson that I have for you today, so we have a choice. And we have to use this choice to make sure that we are following Sanskriti. It is better to be the devotee of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, than be a demoniac personality. In Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned the difference between the divine and demoniac has been mentioned. And there are various qualities which are mentioned about divine person, various qualities which are mentioned about a demoniac person. But it differentiates these two by one important thing. One differentiation is there between the divine and demoniac, which is the most important part. And that factor is the divine people follow the scriptures. The demoniac do not follow the scriptures. But what it means is, if you want to become a divine, then you need to have some scriptures at home. You need to have Bhagavad Gita, you need to have Ramayana, you need to have Maharaj, you need to have Srimad Bhagavatam at your home. Only then you will read it, you will contemplate, and then you can implement in your life. So there are various misconceptions that we have when people want to keep some scriptures at your home. For example, Bhagavad Gita. Many people have this misconception that the Bhagavad Gita should only be read when somebody dies. Actually, it is not the case. Bhagavad Gita, when somebody leaves the body, at that time, it is distributed and it is read for not the person who has died, but for the persons who are living behind. They are here. And reading Bhagavad Gita is explaining to them that this person has gone. He did not read Bhagavad Gita. At least it is your opportunity. You read it. And it is not supposed to be only read at the time of the death of somebody else. The scriptures have to be read every day. And it is so simple. You can just read one verse a day. There are only 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita. If you read one verse a day, ek shlok, if you read every day, within 2 years you will complete reading the entire Bhagavad Gita. So my suggestion to you is today that please take it to your heart. Don't keep it as an information, don't keep it as knowledge, but reach to the level of realization. If you really want to make some difference in your life on this special day, Rama Navami day, I would suggest that if you don't have any books, there are various books that we are offering today at a very discounted price. Take it, read the books, and then you start implementing in your life. And if you are confused that how do we actually implement these things in our lives, then there are programs that we run. We run every Friday Journey of Set Discovery programs, where the main focus is how do I implement the knowledge which is given in scriptures in my life, in my day-to-day life. So I would request that you come and join us. Every Friday we have this. Now the third lesson that I have is based on a true story from Ramayana. Now he is the author of Ramayana. So this is a case study of Ratnakar. Now Ratnakar was a daku, a dacoit. And what he would do, he would stay in a jungle. And whoever is passing by through that jungle, he will catch them loot them, so all the wealth will be looted from them and he will kill them. So he was a murderer, he was a dacoit. So one day, he was doing his usual business and then Narad Muni was passing by and he was saying, Narayana, Narayana. So when Narad Muni came there, he suddenly jumped in front of Narad Muni and he said, give me all the things that you have, all the wealth. He said, what kind of wealth you are asking for? Because Narad Muni also has wealth. Definitely he has a lot of spiritual wealth and he can distribute it. But Ratnakar is not thinking about spiritual wealth. He is saying, whatever you have, you give it to me immediately. So Narad Muni says, what if I don't give it to you? He said, I will kill you. So Narad Muni started giving his spiritual wealth now. So he says that if you kill me, you will get a lot of sinful reactions. And these sinful reactions, it will be very difficult. You will have to take many, many lifetimes to actually suffer because of the reactions that you are getting. Who are you doing this for? What is the reason why you are doing this? He says that I am doing this for all my family. He says you are doing it for your family. Do you think that they will take the responsibility, they will share the burden of the things or all the sinful reactions that you are taking? He said, of course it will. I am basically doing it for them. So we are all responsible, we are all going to share this burden. He said, are you sure? Go and ask them. So he says, okay. So he goes to his house and he asks his wife and children. He's saying that there is this sadhu who is asking me, he's saying to me that I am going to collect a lot of sinful reactions because of the way that I am earning for all of you. Can you please confirm to me that you are going to share the burden of these sinful reactions? What do you think? What did they say? They said, no. He said, see, it is your responsibility, it is your duty that you should earn for us. You are earning for us and that is your duty. What way you are earning, that is up to you. You are doing nice job and then you are earning, or you are killing someone and you are earning. Nothing to do with us. Your duty is that, so you are responsible for all this sinful reaction. And Ratnakar is completely bewildered. He was thinking that, oh, everyone will be actually equal share, equal partner into this. And now suddenly they are saying that they are not responsible, so I have to carry all this burden. So he runs back to Narad Muni and he falls at his feet and he says that, please save me. There are so many sinful reactions I have gathered. So the words became knowledge. That is why he went to ask his relatives. When they said that you are responsible for all this burden, it suddenly penetrated the heart of Ratnakar. And because they penetrated the heart, these words penetrated the heart of Ratnakar, he got this realization. And he surrendered to Narad Muni. He said that, please save me. What should I do? He said, first thing you should do is give up all your sinful activities. He said, that is fine, I will stop doing the sinful activities. But what about all the sinful activities I have done in the past? What about all the reactions that I have gathered now for so many years? He said, simple. You chant the name of Lord Ram. Just by chanting the name of Lord Ram, all your sinful reactions from the past will go away. And you will be self-realized. You will get pure love of Godhead. So Ratnakar wanted to chant this name of Lord Ram. But because he did not have any sukruti, he did not have, because he had done so many sinful activities, he couldn't even pronounce the word of Lord Ram. The word did not even come out of his mouth. So Narad Muni gave him an idea. He said that, okay, Ram you cannot chant, but you chant the reverse of it, Mara. Mara means death. And you are very expert in doing that. So you just chant Mara. And you chant continuously. So he started chanting Mara, 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 Ram, 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 Ram. and he's got so engrossed into chanting of the Lord's name that ant hill got built around him. Ants built ant hills around him. In Sanskrit, the ant hills are called Valmikam, and that is how he got the name Valmiki. So Ratnakar became Valmiki by chanting the holy name of Lord Ram. So this is the third lesson that I have for today. Very good. By chanting of the holy name, even a sinner gets transformed to become a pure devotee. And we are not sinners. We are not murderers. We are not dacoits. So definitely we have a lot of hope. If Ratnakar can become Valmiki, the purest of the devotees, just by chanting the name of Lord Ram, then definitely if we chant the name of Lord Ram, of course he is going to be pleased. Of course he is going to give his mercy to us. And of course we are also going to become pure devotees. But there is a choice that we have to make. The choice is whether you are going to follow Sanskriti, whether you are going to remain with your Prakriti, or you are going to degrade down to Vikruti. So today is the day when I would request you to move on. Move on from just become a spiritual entertainment, just receive spiritual entertainment, to make spiritual transformation in your life. Move on from just hearing the words, move on to getting the realizations. Move on to do some practical implementation in your life. And it's very simple. All the great scriptures talk about the glories of the holy name. I have 5 more minutes, so I can tell you another story. So, glories of the holy name. So once, as you know, Angad went into giving the message of Lord Ram, that now Lord Ram has arrived. Now also you also have time at this point in time to surrender. So Ravana, you please surrender now. As a dut, he is going as a messenger. So he is very polite. So of course Ravana and everyone said that, no, get lost. We are not surrendering. We are here for fight. And you all monkeys, we are going to kill very soon. So Angad was saying that, okay, you are very proud of your power. I'll give you a very simple task. I'm going to put my ear down. And anyone who thinks that you are very powerful, come and just move my foot just by a centimeter. If you are thinking that you are very powerful, just do that. Ravana said, I don't touch the feet of the monkeys. So he said that anyone else who wants to do, they can do. And very powerful people came, very powerful demons came to move his foot, but did not move at all. So finally Indrajit, he is called Indrajit, who is the son of Ravana. He is called Indrajit because he defeated Indra. Lord Indra he defeated. So he came forward and he put all his might to move this foot of Angad. Couldn't do. Finally Ravana came himself. He also tried. Nothing happened. So they were really bewildered. How is that possible? That just a monkey is coming and he's putting his foot and they are not even able to move that by an inch. Not forget about inch, not even a centimeter or a millimeter. How is that possible? So they asked him, what is the secret? He said that before putting this foot down, I chanted Lord Ram in my mind and I hold my breath. So Lord Ram's name is within me. It is still vibrating within me. And when the Lord's name is vibrating within me, no one can move me. And he is suggesting to them, you also chant. You also chant the name of Lord Ram and you will also become as powerful as me. But they made a choice. They made a choice that we will remain where we are. We will remain in our Vikruti. I will not make this transformation to go to Sanskriti. And of course, all of you know what happened. So this katha of Ramayana or Mahabharata, they are like Ganga and Yamuna. And Ganga and Yamuna actually they meet in Allahabad and it is called Triveni Sangam. But it is called Triveni. So if it is called Triveni, 3 rivers are coming and meeting each other when there are only actually 2 rivers that you can see. Ganga and Yamuna. But the third river is Saraswati. And Saraswati is an invisible river. And many people tried to find this river but they couldn't find it. is an invisible river. This invisible river is actually a representation of wisdom. So Ganga and Yamuna are like Ramayana and Mahabharata. And this wisdom is hidden. The Saraswati is hidden. And only when you understand the wisdom that is given in Ramayana and Mahabharata, you see this Saraswati that is there, only then this Ganga and Yamuna is going to make a difference in your life. Only then you are going to get some transformation in your life. So I would request all of you to chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which has Ram, Hare, Krishna and Ram. So when it is coming with Hare and Krishna, that means Radha and Krishna. When it is coming with Hare and Ram, that means Sita and Ram. And the glories of this chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is mentioned everywhere. In Brihad Naradiya Puran, this famous verse which is there, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, Kalau nastaiva, nastaiva, nastaiva gatiranyatha. What it means is in Kali Yuga, in this day and age, there is no better way, there is no better way, there is no better way than the chanting of the holy name, chanting of the holy name, chanting of the holy name. In this verse it is mentioned 3 times. Why 3 times? Because to give emphasis. The emphasis in Sanskrit is very important. Generally Sanskrit, if the same word comes twice or thrice, it is considered a defect. But in this verse it is mentioned 3 times. So that it actually creates a deep impression in our heart that there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. But in which mantra to chant? So in Kali Sandra Upanishad, there is another verse that is mentioned. It says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It says, Iti Shodashakam Namnam, Kali Kalmasha Nashanam. It says these 16 words, Iti Shodashakam Namnam, Kali Kalmasha Nashanam. All the Kalmasha, all the problems of Kali Yuga will be gone by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And further it says, Nataha Parataro Paya Sarva Vedesha Krishnate. Even if I try to find with a microscope in all the Vedic knowledge, I don't find any better upaya, any better remedy than this chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The name of the Upanishad itself is Kali Santarana Upanishad. How to actually go beyond this Kali Yuga? How do we swim across this Kali Yuga? And this message has been given by Lord Brahma himself. There is a conversation in this Upanishad between Brahma and Narad Muni. So Narad Muni is asking this question that in this Kali Yuga there are so many problems. People have short lives, they have less memory, they have less intelligence as well, and it is very difficult to do all these other various different paths which are mentioned, like doing a yajna or doing deity worship or doing austerity, going into Himalayas and sitting there for 100 years, 1000 years. It is not possible. So how will people in Kali Yuga go beyond this Kali Yuga? So that is where Lord Brahma says that is fine, or there are so many problems in Kali Yuga, but there is one benefit, there is one good thing, that just by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they can travel, they can sail beyond this Kali Yuga very easily, and they will get self-realized just by doing this. So just to summarize, so there are these 3 lessons that we talked about today. So chanting of the holy name, so even a sinner gets transformed by become a pure devotee. So just by chanting this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just by chanting this mantra, even the most sinful person can become a pure devotee. But we have to make a choice, and that was the second lesson that we saw. The mantra is very powerful, but we have to accept this message that you have received today, but you have to accept it, and you have to start implementing practically in your life. And it is simple. You don't have to actually spend hours and hours doing this. You can just spend 10 minutes in your life. You have 24 hours. Just spend 10 minutes of your life for chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one mala, one japa mala, one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 108 times every day. Just spend this 10 minutes for chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. If you make that choice, then we will move from wherever we are, whether we are on the Prakriti side or Vikruti side, we will move to Sanskriti. So that is a choice that we have to make. And I will also request that this first lesson that we saw, now that you have heard, it is your choice. You can decide what you want to do. Either you just keep it as the information level, words coming from here, going out from here, or getting some knowledge, take your words, those into your brain, and say, "Acha lecture tha. Acha bata." There are various lessons. I will remember these lessons. So that will only go into knowledge level. But if you want to actually go to the realization, then you have to start implementing that what you have learned today. So I would request all of you to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra one round, and that is how you will get this Saraswati. Not only Ganga and Yamuna will be there, the Saraswati will also come. The wisdom will also come in your life. You will also become self-realized. You will also make progress. And you will also become pure devotees like Valmiki. And then we can understand the purport of Ramayana. We can also explain it to others. And that is how we can make our life successful. So let's chant all together this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And that is how we will finish this today. So let's start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's do it one more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 2 is not a good number. Let's do it one more time. 3 times. Hare